So, as a lawyer that you are, should somebody come with blood in his hands and say, "Sir, I just unalive somebody, but I don't want to go to jail, and I have money to hire you like my legal counsel," what's the very first thing you are going to tell such a person?
The answer to that particular question is double fold. On the first arm of the question, if we are looking at the provisions of the law, a person is only guilty if the law so finds him, because every person is entitled to what we call the presumption of innocence, which is a universal principle enshrined in the preamble of our Constitution, Section 8 of the Criminal Procedure Code, Article 14, Sub 1B of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, and Article 7, Sub 1B of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights. So, basically, in respect to this principle, even if someone comes up with blood in his hands and tells you as counsel that it is like this, I've just unalived somebody, so I don't want to go to jail, defend my interests. So in such a situation, you can advise the person to plead not guilty. Once a person pleads not guilty, it is now rest on the authorities, that is the legal department or the magistrates, to prove his guilt. So it is always advisable to advise the client, if he has not yet confessed to them that he unalived somebody, let them prove their innocence. So on the second arm of the question, if the client has already confessed, maybe he was arrested, interrogated, and he confessed that he actually committed the act, and the evidence against him is overwhelming, it will be advisable to advise the client to plead guilty. Why? Because if the client pleads guilty, that will serve as mitigating circumstances in his favor. That is, the court may end up passing a lesser sentence for not laboring the court. So the court at the end of the day can pass a lesser sentence after actually ascertaining that this person is guilty.
There's law in the country, and as a lawyer, what are some of the things about the legal profession that you were told, which you got to realize they are all lies after you became a lawyer?
The first thing is that lawyers are liars. There is this general perception that the public has about lawyers, that lawyers are liars, which is false, because it is not the lawyer's case. If you go and you unalive somebody, the lawyer was not there, the policeman was not there, the magistrate was not there. So anything the lawyer says in court, the lawyer absolutely and totally relies on what he has been informed by the client. So in essence, if the client is lying the lawyer and the lawyer is relying on what the client has told him, then in essence the true person is the client, who is a liar, and not the lawyer, because it is not the lawyer's case, rather it is that of the client. So secondly, the next lie rather is that lawyers are buried face down or upside down, as people usually put it. So rather, I cannot independently confirm that information to you, whether lawyers are buried face down or upside down, which is the general perception of the public. But what I will tell you is that a lawyer's corpse is never seen. Yes, a lawyer's corpse is never seen. That is, from the mortuary right up to burial, it is not seen. So no, it still remains a mystery to the public.
Is there any legal justification for that? Or
it is just like a legal tradition. It is a judicial ritual. No one, as a young person to the profession, I cannot independently confirm that. But then what I can tell you for sure is that if you get married to a lawyer, when the lawyer dies, you will not see his corpse. So at the end of the day, you don't know how the lawyer is buried. So from the mortuary right up to burial, lawyers do everything. The family, until when the ground has started, when they start putting ground. So before they can invite other people to come and do it. And then the last lie is that lawyers are rich people. However, this assertion is not absolute, because at the end of the day, many people usually perceive lawyers as very, very rich people. So that to some extent it is true, but then to another extent, it is subject to some questioning, because your success in the profession highly depends on who you know and what you know. So there is no limit to what you can achieve in this particular profession. So basically, it's a private profession. We are not paid by the state. So you have that ability to even make 20 million a month, as well as you have that ability to make nothing, as well as you can make nothing in the month. So it all depends on who you know and what you know.
Yeah, and so now on the last question, what advice can you give to any aspiring person who wishes to be a lawyer in future, just like yourself?
The only advice I have for someone who aspires to become a legal practitioner like myself is just to work hard, because the race is not for the swift, neither the battle for the strong. But then, if you are laser focused, you have someone who can guide you, you have someone who can mentor you, tell you what step to take at any level. At the end of the day, it may save you a lot of time.
Thank you very much. There is a boy Nchris Ambe on Reality Talks, and I'm here with a professional lawyer by name.
Maitre Kemanjong Junior Nelvi, practicing with Abongwa Law Chambers, situated at Finance Junction, Bamenda.
Okay. Thank you for being on my show, The Reality Talks. And we can take care of each other. We are capable. In case you have a business or a story you want to tell the world, just reach out to me, send me a DM. And in case you want to be in any of my interviews about anything, send me a DM. Thank you, Sam. We can take care of each other. We are capable. Thank you.